make sure. Oh, oh, sorry. I'm just tired. No, you're early actually. Hi, Ren. Hi, y'all. Oh, thanks so much, Ari. I'm really glad you enjoy my videos. Yeah, Happy New Year, Jake. Wait, not Jake, Jack. Y'all can hear me, right? I'm just making sure. This is my first time doing a live stream on YouTube, so let me know if like something is off. Okay, good. I don't think that's creepy at all. That's cool. That's cool. Happy New Year to all of y'all. Happy 2026. Have anybody like done anything? Well, did y'all do anything for the new year? I didn't really do that much. Oh, what I did do though was I watched the final episode of Stranger Things with my family. Um, that was I'm not disappointed by it. It's just I thought like the big fight. I felt like that could have been more, but oh, your birthday! Happy birthday! What happily? Is it happily depressed? Is that what it says? I hope I said that correctly. Oh, okay, okay. Capricorn, yeah, it is Capricorn season. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I did. Um, I don't know. It's kind of weird watching Stranger Things for that long because when it first came out, I was I can't remember the exact date that it came out, but I was finishing off high school, going into college. So it's so strange to be like from then till now for 9 years. Like I've lived several lifetimes. Oop, it says this. Oh, okay. Well, you cried on New Year's. Oh, you're in middle school when it came out. You never watched it? I mean, for people who don't really like, like it's never been a thing. I understand like not watching it, especially if you're not into sci-fi or the '80s type of feel. But I don't know. I just watched it because I thought the story was interesting, especially in the first season. But really, my sister, she's a really big fan of it. But she has rewatched that show so many times. I don't know how she does it. I'm like, I cannot watch it. She's like watched the entire series on repeat leading up till now. She felt more like attached to Stranger Things than I was. Oh, you just never pick. I mean, sometimes some shows are like that. You know what's crazy? A show that I really got into because of a friend I had at my first college that I went to. Um, he introduced me to Supernatural, and I, for like, I think a summer, I watched Supernatural all the way up until however many seasons it was. Because I swear when I caught up, there was like season 14 and 15 that was left to be put out. And for some reason, I just never went back to it. I need to start it again before they take it off of Netflix. I think it's on other streaming platforms, but I don't know why I just stopped. And it's weird because I really do enjoy the show, but I don't know why I stopped. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, that's the crazy thing. Some shows like when they go into a second season, it's like they can make one season that's really, really good, but then when you go on to the next one, it's kind of like, well, I don't like it as much as the first one. But it's kind of like with sequels. It's kind of like the sequel can be a hit or a miss because you enjoyed the first one so much. Uh, I want to say your name correctly. Saji? You said hi to me, so I want to say hi back to you. Oh, Juno, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm so glad to have you with me. I didn't know that Resident Evil had a TV show. Where did that come on? When did that come on? Wait, what is that? It was on Net. I had no idea. Oh, hold on. Let me check. Cause there's some, something that like I know some people say this like in a they say kind of I don't want to say sarcastically, but they say it in a way that's kind of like I don't know the right word for it, but it's like how some people say there's just so many things to watch that you just don't know what to watch anymore. I genuinely feel that there's just so many things out there that I have no idea what to watch sometimes, and then I'm like, I, I want to watch everything, but I can't watch everything. Oh, I see it. Resident Evil 2022. Wow, I had no idea, but I never played the game before. I should play the game. I swear I saw it as an option for me to have at the PlayStation Store. I don't know which one it was, but I got back to listen to Meg. Okay, well, I appreciate you for popping in. Hope you enjoy listening to Megan some more. Lance Riddick. Lance Riddick was such a great actor. I think he was in that. It was the John Wick TV spinoff. Wasn't he in that as well? You know, don't feel guilty for it. As someone who did study film and like people who talk about all the old movies that are classics, somebody might call me a fraud, but I have not seen The Shining up until last month, I believe. And you know how a lot of people say like that is one of the best movies and classics. As a film major, I have not seen that until last December, until last month. Okay, I thought he was in. I forgot the name of the spinoff show. Wait, it was called the Continental, right? I think that's what it was called. But a lot of like the old school movies or classics, like still haven't actually seen all of The Godfather. I think I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't actually sat down and watched it. Um, with The Shining, up until the end, first of all, I didn't even know there's more than one version of The Shining or adaptation, to be honest. But um, it was the ending that kind of threw me off because I got the story, excuse me, but really I enjoyed the sequel. Um, what's the name of the sequel? Doctor Sleep. That one I actually enjoyed more than the first movie. On Us. Hold on. Oh, thank you about Nope. I did like reviewing that. Us, I'd have to rewatch Us. I did enjoy it. I remember enjoying it. I just don't really I don't think I formed like a full opinion after seeing it for the first time. Well, actually I think I've seen Us maybe twice. But I did think it was an interesting concept to have like clones of people and saying that they've been used for experimenting. Get Out. I think that's okay. If you're not really into horror movies or things like that, like I'll give someone a pass for not really watching horror or psychological thrillers and stuff like that. Like that's fine. But Get Out, um, one of my friends when I started college, she invited me to go see Get Out with her, and sitting in that theater, it's just so funny because like it really with Jordan Peele, because I talked about this in my review of Nope, but um I said how some people just do not like actually grasp concepts just because it feels so foreign to them. And so they sitting there is like I was like, this feels very strange but familiar because of the black experience that so many people have. And, you know, having these people who are literally taking the skin, the minds, the eye, trying to take the eyes of a black person, and it's really like trying to take and erase. In a way, it's kind of like erasing culture, but yeah, you love Get Out because it's basically Avatar. I guess in a way, I guess in a way, it's kind of like Avatar. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna make it either. You know, it's funny. I Now you really have me thinking about the Get Out and Avatar similarities. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of see it. I hold on, hold on. I don't. I want to make sure I didn't miss something. Yeah, Dan Kaluuya, very great actor. You know what's crazy is leading up. It's so funny because when I was watching Nope again, I kept remembering I saw news about Dan Kaluuya and they were saying how he was like possibly in a cult or something, but they were still interviewing him because it said that there's supposed to be a Spider Punk movie coming out. I don't know when, but it's supposed to come out. But they were saying that he was in a cult because of his girlfriend and she was holding him against his will or something. I was just like, what is going on? But at the same time, it's not like you have heard anything from him or seen anything distressing from him. It's very strange. But yeah, Moonlight though. I genuinely love Moonlight. I feel like it was a movie needed to talk about queerness and black culture, and that's something that kind of resonated with me. Um, and I watched it. I watched it for one of my classes, but I swear I watched it once before having to do something for a class. But watching it for one of my class, oh my god, I just remember because in that class we had to do artwork based on the movies that we watched. So we had to do artwork on Stand By Me, Boys Don't Cry, Moonlight. I'm forgetting other movies, but I did like a little painting for Moonlight. If I can find it, I will bring it up. But yeah, but I really did enjoy Moonlight. Boys Don't Cry kind of broke me a little bit. That was really like my first exposure to how cruel people were to trans people. Um, that my goodness. Oh no, I'm not an art major. My major was film. Film and video production is the official title of it. But in that class, she had us do art. But you could use all type of different. Cause one of them, I think I used like pennies in my art or something. So you could use different type of material with it. But yeah. But yeah, she had us do. What was? Oh, I remember that other. I see the movie in my mind, but I don't actually remember the name. um, dang, I wish I could remember. It's something about. It was in Spanish, but I swear it was something about a boy and his mother were separated, and he was doing everything that he could to get back to her. Because I think at the end of the movie, he found her across the street, and like he was running towards, and I think it cut off, or maybe I'm not remembering it correctly. All boys are. I have to look that up to see. it it is a type of art. So I mean, when I was younger, I did a lot of like drawing, um, and painting, and that's something that my mom pushed me to do. My mom actually wanted me to be an animator, but I was like, at first I kind of was like, oh, that seems cool. But then when I would watch behind the scenes, like in movies and stuff, like when DVDs were actually a thing. But when I would watch DVDs and see the behind the scenes, and I'd see what all these people were doing, I was like, I'm not doing that. That seems like way too much work. It's crazy to say that because even with film, that's still a lot of work. But I was just like, I don't think I want to be an animator. But I haven't really drawn like that. Um, I did a little bit of practicing, but um, I drew like Spider-Man mask. At least I would try to. See, I didn't even know. Yeah. See, within Boys Don't Cry, I didn't even know. Um, I didn't know she. Well, he. But yeah, I didn't know there was a black boyfriend that was, and they did that to him. Yeah, she did want me to be an animator, but I was like, I'm not about to do that. But I do appreciate animation. I really do appreciate animation for what it is. It's like things that I know I don't, um, things I know like I don't have interest in, um, like sports, because I'm a man and I get around other men sometimes. They're like, "Oh, what team do you like?" I'm like, "Don't talk to me about sports. I don't watch sports. I don't care. I really don't." But I will always say I can respect wit. I can respect what athletes do with putting their bodies through that much exercise and a lot of movement to be really good at the sports that they do. Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, that might. Uh, I feel like a lot of times when there's a deadline for something, that really does hinder you from creating something that's really good. Cause well, at least with film, like a lot of people would say like, "Oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that," but we had a deadline. There's something that my school would do called the film race. They do it twice a year, It's one in spring, and then it's one in October and fall, the horror film race. And you get some time to do it, but I think it's only like a week that you have to make a short film. Granted, you can do that in a week, but there's so many things, and there ends up being so many things that you miss out on because you're like, I, like when you're making a film or making anything, sometimes you want to go back and tweak or, go back, cut out, go back, add. And especially when you want to add something in, then you have to make sure everyone's available. And it's like, okay, yeah. But having a deadline that's so close, a lot of people don't really get to fully flesh out the vision that they had. But yeah. Yes, that is Into the Spider Verse background that I have back there. Shrek? Wait, what? Oh. Let me tell you, I don't think you said your school did something like that too. Our film department, it's been growing ever since I've been there. I've like, of course, y'all know I've already graduated and stuff, but um ours is not really that small, and they continue to do it. Um and yeah, you say you can never. Honestly, don't. If that's something you don't want to do not do it. That is very stressful. When I was the director for the horror film race, and we finally finished um recording everything and like filming everything, I literally I cried afterwards because I was so stressed out. I was so stressed out, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this again. This, and I think it's just because we had to shoot it in such a short amount of time, and I think we did it on. I think Thursday we did all the planning once we got the idea. Friday we actually started filming things. Saturday we started filming things. Sunday was kind of like a day of rest. And then we also had to like get together on who's going to edit things, and who's going to take equipment back and things like that. And we had to have all that done by I think the next Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. And having such a short amount of time, I was just like, I I love doing this, but I never want to do this again. Oh, now I see what you're saying. Is the frog singing in Shrek? I just think they did. You know how sometimes in animated movies they will do, um, they'll do references for parents, really. Because as a kid, I don't know what the heck that was for. That song is ingrained in my mind, but I don't know what that was for. So like, even like holding out for a hero with the fairy godmother, it's another thing. It's like, who is that for? That can't be for us. That can't be for the kids. The song, yeah, because it's an upbeat song, but I was like, that can't be for us because we wouldn't get like what all that is. What? It was stolen. I'm so sorry to hear that your sketchbook was stolen. That's actually annoying because like that's so many ideas you had in there, so much work. Oh, shout out to your uncle for being a writer, for being an author. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like having so many, um, having like that deadline really stresses you out. And then the thing that stressed me out even more during that is that I was not sup- I said this when we were putting together the plan. I said I don't want to edit it. Directors usually do sit down and look at what the editor is doing, but I was like, I don't want to edit it. Why did I end up editing it? I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people in my crew, because what we did, I can talk about it because like I just can't show it. If I were to show it, I'd have to get permission from the people I worked with. But we had to do for the at least for the horror film race, we because they mix up genres, and the thing was like we got vampire. Wait, yeah, vampire was the monster, I believe, and then it was like a reality TV show spin on it or a documentary, found footage. That's what it was, found footage, and we had a pretty good idea for found footage, but I think because we couldn't do any really like fancy camera work, a lot of the camera crew was kind of feeling down on the movie. And I was like, I don't know why you're all feeling like this. And I think my cinematographer, he just didn't really want to edit it because he didn't have as much faith in it. Um, because I remember him giving his reason for why he couldn't edit it, and I was just like, that kind of sounds like BS. I just think you don't want to edit it because you don't have faith in it. At least that's my opinion. If he sees this, I don't know if he will see this, but if you do see it, there's no bad blood. It's just like, I wish you were being honest. I ended up editing it. It wasn't hard, but it's just like I didn't want to do this. Like I really didn't want to. And the funny thing, because they give out awards, like school award, not anything official, but they give us awards, and we won two awards for the short film. So I was like, I don't know. We got best use of genre and best villains. And I was like, I don't know what y'all was stressing out about. Like, yeah, you can't, that you don't really have as much fancy camera work or some really cool shots, but I'm like, we did make something that was fun. I don't know what y'all was stressing out about. Hmm. You know, oh yeah, DIY Dolly, DIY Blood. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, I mean, you know what's funny is because one of the professors, um, people would say he's an asshole. He is, but he knows and he owns it. So it's like you can call him that, and it's like, well, he knows, but um, he's literally so blunt with everybody. But with me, when saw the film, he was like, I actually enjoy it, and that shocked me so bad because I was like, you enjoy something that one of us made? Because most of the time he likes to get blunt criticism, and I'm like, I don't mind the criticism, but man, you're kind of mean. But he's one of those people who's like, oh, your generation just wants everything not handed, but you know, like y'all want to have be spoken to softly and things like that. And it's like, it's not even that. You can be honest, just don't be mean about it. But he said he enjoyed it, and then another professor, when I was at work, because I used to work on campus, and she walked up, to order something, and she told me, she was like, "Wait a minute, you made that movie, right?" I was like, "Yes, I did." She's like, "I love it. It was great." So it's kind of funny. It's like, and I mean, I was stressed out too, so it's kind of like a part of me kind of didn't have faith, but also I was like, I'm making this. I think I'm doing the very best I can do. We're all doing our very best, so I'm gonna have faith in it. Like, don't do that. Big Dad energy. I mean, like I said, he would have his moments where he was nice. Um, I don't know. Sometimes he was. I don't know what it was. I don't know if he was like just wanted to be nice to me. There were some like because when I took his directing class, um, he was he was pretty mean about like the practice run I had for it with my classmates. And honestly, I'm like, they're not gonna get it because they're not professional actors, and like this is just a little run through to see how I can direct. But even when I did my project for the directing class, is another thing. Like he told me that there's something wrong with the sound. I don't know how to fix sound, so And he wanted to enter it into this end of the year. Um, it's at the end of the year that they show all the short films from people who are freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and then seniors. But I was like, I don't know how to fix sound, so I'm sorry. Like, you just gonna have to take it as it is. But um, that's another one. He was just like, oh yeah, I actually enjoyed it. And that one is a little bit nervous because he said he also, I did a scene from a movie called A Single Man. He also did that scene for one of his classes when he was in school. And I was a little bit more nervous. I was like, I know you're gonna judge me extra hard because you did it. But he ended up liking it. Yeah, artists doubting themselves. That's a big thing. As someone who is a creative, I just had to deal with like, yeah, that's just gonna happen. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna create stuff and I'm gonna feel like that's not the best thing I created or I could have did something different. I feel that way with all my videos actually. There are several things where I'm like, I don't know if what I created is actually good. I'm gonna put it out anyway, but I just it's just something that you just have to deal with as a creative. You just kind of be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna just have to trust that people will enjoy it. Um, but really, that's another thing. Is like you have to kind of just get comfortable with people who will enjoy your work, people who won't enjoy your work. But if someone doesn't enjoy the work, I am always open to criticism because that can help me grow and become a better artist, a better creative person. And but yeah, that's guaranteed if you're creating something. Hold on. There's three things I want to respond to. Okay, because Jack mentioned, hold on, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Jay Buggin said about acting classes. I do hope that you can get some acting classes. I think that would be cool. I always thought like I wanted to be an actor when I was younger. Um, that's when I thought I really wanted to be in front of the camera. And then I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be behind the camera. And then it's funny how life works out because I'm in front of a camera again, just in a different context, but still. But yeah, I hope that you are able to actually like find that out. Uh, but Jack, you said like professors who act like that. It kind of is good for character. Um, because he said that his rationale for acting that way, well, one he would always say like, I'm a Southern gay man. So this is how I speak. This is how I act. You just got to deal with it. Which I'm like, just because, just because you are like that does not mean that gives you leeway to act like an asshole to people. But I digress. But he's told us his reasoning for being so blunt with a lot of us is because he said, if I didn't act that way towards you, that means I don't like you. If I act like that towards you, that means I do like you. Which I'm like, that's a really funny way of showing that you like somebody. But okay. Exactly. He was still a professor. But uh, that's but people would say he was nice amongst other professors. I did hear that there was some drama going on, but yeah, it's just like you don't need to act like that though. Like you really don't. It really does mean you are a real artist if you're hard on yourself. That is really cool, Ren, that you have a character named Jay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like it's a given that you're going to be hard on yourself. Um, I don't know. I feel like you find a confidence as you keep doing things. Bec- eh, I just know for me, I'm a person who likes to do a lot of self reflection. So I will reflect on things that I've done and I'll just try to see how I can get better. And one thing I always remember that one of my counselor, well, not one of, like my only counselor that I had that would help me with therapy a little bit. And she just said, give yourself some grace and be more kind to yourself. So I have to realize like there are times I'm like, you're being very hard on yourself and you need to stop and take a breath and just realize that you do need to be a little bit more kinder. like, and also, not to minimize like any issues, but sometimes I have to remind myself like this is just a moment in time where something feels really hard and you're stressing yourself out. But I promise you, God willing, that you have a long life, there's many more moments you're gonna have that's gonna feel stressful, and then you're gonna look back at that one and be like, why was I worrying about this one? Because this one is a little bit more stressful. Or sometimes you're just sitting, you're like, I can't believe I was really tripping over that. So one of my favorite. Hold on. I'm gonna read and then I'm gonna answer some things. Okay, yeah. Um, I'm gonna get to some of my favorite movies. If y'all want to say y'all favorite movies in the chat, please do. Because y'all could give me some recommendations that I haven't seen yet. But I'll say some of my favorite ones in the moment. Um, but Agron, I hope I'm saying your screen name correctly. Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you to say. Um, I really, it brings me a lot of joy to know that a lot of people do enjoy the content that I put out, because there really was a time that I didn't want to do it because I was scared, and I'm glad I listened to myself and I was like, just please put it out there. Like, you don't know what's going to happen, and you'll never know what's going to happen until you do it. So it brings me a lot of joy to see that y'all actually do enjoy the things that I make, and y'all enjoy what I put out there. So thank you so much. Um, Yeah. But Jay Buggin, I really do hope you do get into acting. Like I already said, like it is like a mask. And it's kinda like at least to me, it's kinda like when I read something or I watch something, it's like when you choose a character or you're assigned to yeah, you get a role. You get a role, and sometimes you find out things about yourself that you never knew. Or you learn more, and it brings you more depth to yourself, and improves your character as you're like working on a character. So I do hope that you do get into that. Stop lying. War of the Worlds. Stop. I didn't see it, but I know that was not a good movie. Don't do that. Oh my god. Hi Ricardo. And hi GR13. I don't know how to say. Grieving. I got it. My bad. I got it. Yeah. Hi to both of y'all. um, I did see Friendship. I watched it on HBO Max. I did it. I actually did enjoy that. It kind of reminds me of it's the movie with Colin Farrell. I'm forgetting the other actor, but the Banshees. I'm probably gonna butcher it. Forgive me. Banshees of Inisherin. When he's had a friend for a long time, and the guy was just like, I don't want to be your friend anymore, and he went for the head and getting revenge. It's a crazy movie, but it was pretty good. But Friendship reminds me of that movie. I actually did enjoy it, and I have to finish Tim Robinson's other show. Well, not other, but his show, The Chair, because it was getting really good, and I haven't seen it yet. Hold on, this is kind of going fast. Let me go back up. Is it not gonna let me go back up? Oh, here it is. Choir Girl. I've never heard of that before. You know what's funny? I was thinking about Silver Linings Playbook the other day. Um, because I only watched it once, but you know it's a good movie when it's actually like in your mind. So I feel like I need to do a rewatch very soon. I'm glad you've been enjoying my videos to get through the holidays, Ricardo. I'm really happy to know that. Yeah, that's right, Jack. Like, it does help you. Mr. Malcolm's. I've never heard. What is Mr. Malcolm's List? I haven't heard of that before. That's what's called the Chair Company. I'm talking about the chair. But yeah, the Chair Company. I think the season. I don't know if it's gonna have another season, but I did like this. I did like it. The Wiz. I haven't seen The Wiz in so long. If you'll know what scene I'm talking about. That scene where they're in the train station and the little puppets are becoming like really big. That's the one scene that makes me not want to watch that movie again. That's something that's not making me want to watch it again. That was very creepy. Oh yeah, she's great. Yeah, yeah. I would say I we were making similar content. Um, well, yeah, we were making similar content. So I see why you're watching Jada as well. But she's great. So she's made some really good videos. But yeah, I'm happy that you're sticking around watching my stuff too. Um, if you have seen The Wiz and you see that scene, it's just very creepy. Like the sounds that the little puppets make, and I believe there's some score behind it as well that just kind of puts you on the edge of your seat a little bit because they start off really small and then they get big. And I just think the last time I watched that, I know I wasn't a teenager yet, so I still was like a kid when I saw that. I think that's why it scared me, but still very valid. Um, as I'm an adult now, that it would still freak me out. Collab. I don't know. She is bigger than me. I don't know if that would happen. I'm open to collabing with. I mean, I haven't really reached out to any. I haven't reached out to any other creators, and no creators have reached out to me. I'm still like very small, like so. That's something like I'm not expecting anyone to reach out to me or try to collab with me. To be honest, if I'm being like 100% honest, I'm not expecting that at this point in my YouTube career. Um, so maybe one day, hopefully, with any creators that if we make similar content and have similar styles of, I guess, reviewing and what I'm sorry, I'm forgetting a word right now. Personalities, I guess. It was something else I meant to say. But if we have like some similarities, and yes, I would love to actually collab with people. That'd be nice. Mm. I haven't seen I actually have not seen any of the Predator movies. But the trailers for Predator Badlands, that kind of made me want to watch it. Drop Dead Gorgeous. I've heard of that show, Drop Dead Gorgeous, but I've never actually seen it. Um, if correct me if I'm wrong, it's about a woman who's um I'm trying to remember correctly and I'm trying to say the right thing. Without it sounding offensive. But it correct me if I'm wrong. It's a woman who is overweight and she got into a car crash and what happened after that? You gotta remind me what that is. Yeah. That's right, Ren. I feel like if I get bigger, then yeah, that will happen. So that's why I'm like, I'm not too worried about. I'm having fun what I'm doing right now. So that's why I'm like, if it happens, it happens. That's that's kind of the model I've been having in life lately. Like, if it happens, it happens. I'm not stressing out about it. No, the movie. Oh no, I haven't seen the movie. I thought that was just a TV show. I didn't. Hold on. Let me check what it is. Um, I did watch Insatiable with Debbie Ryan. Um, you know what's funny that people. Well, I see why people said it was offensive too, because there are some things when I was watching that I was just like, I don't think you're supposed to be doing. I just typed in the wrong thing. I was like, I don't think you're supposed to be saying that in a TV show. I don't think you're supposed to be showing that in a TV show. But yeah, um, Drop Dead Gorgeous. Oh, it's a comedy thriller. Oh, so yeah, dark comedy, like you said. uh, it says an annual beauty pageant in a small town, Minnesota, turns ridiculously competitive, and oh, so they're like getting ready for a beauty pageant, and I guess they're trying to sabotage each other. Is that what it is? Or am I think? Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking about something else. You know what I'm thinking about? The name of the show I was thinking about is Drop. Hold on. That's Drop Dead Diva. That's what that was, and that came on the CW. I never actually watched it. I just remember seeing a trailer for it, and I was like, "Is that what he's?" Yeah, I didn't know. Sweet Pea. Hold on. Now I gotta look at that too. Look up that too, because I haven't heard about that before. It's a TV show, right? Hmm. Oh, actually, I did see something about. I did see something. Wait, hold on. Okay, there's two things. Sweet Pea, and then I see Sweet Bitter. I think I saw something about Sweet Bitter before. Um, the Sweet Pea I haven't heard of before. I might have to look at it. But yeah, you say it's not corny. Okay, then I'll have to look at that to see how it is. But in oh yeah, because I decided to say some of my favorite movies. Um, Y'all gonna laugh at one of them that is actually my favorite. Okay, so Sinners is one of my favorite movies. I saw it twice in theaters. I saw it in IMAX and then I saw it in standard. I loved it. After the first time I watched it, I loved it, and I even bought it. Well, digitally. I wish I got the DVD, but I digitally bought it because that's how much I love it. Um, I did say a while ago that I'd probably do a review on it. I might, just interjecting or sidebar. Sometimes I say I'm going to make certain videos in my videos and then I don't end up doing it for a long time. I need to stop doing that. But I might end up doing it some point this year. I'm not going to put an exact date on it, but I might end up doing a review of Sinners this year if people are still interested in that. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Wait, or I think I'm messing up. Everywhere. Yeah. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love that movie. Another movie I bought digitally. Um, Believe it or not, I really love Good Burger. That's not the second one, but I really love Good Burger. That's one of my favorite movies. Um, something that I did mention, Doctor Sleep. That actually has became a favorite of mine. That quickly became a favorite of mine. I don't like I said. A lot of people talk about The Shining, but I like that movie better than The Shining, even though it's supposed to be, even though it is a sequel of it. I like it better. So that quickly became a favorite of mine. Fantastic Four: The First Steps is a favorite. I'm trying to reach it back. Captain, I am. There was a certain time when I was heavily into superhero movies. I still love superhero things, but there was a time like, and when I say superhero movies, I mean specifically more Marvel. I saw Captain America: Civil War so many times. I saw it in theaters with my friends. I saw it in theaters with my school because they planned a trip for us to go. I saw it with my family. I saw that movie so many times, and then I would go onto the websites you could watch movies for free. I would go and watch it there. I know I'm not supposed to say that out loud, but I did used to do that. I'd watch that movie so many times, and I love that movie. Uh, what is the other movie? Um, what's another movie that I really really enjoy? Upgrade. If you never heard about that before, Upgrade is about a guy who got in a car accident with his girlfriend, and they planted a chip in his mind, and he's being like controlled by it. It's a really cool movie. I was doing a rewatch a few weeks ago, but I stopped because it was getting late, and I was like, I'm not going to stay up to watch all of this at the moment. But if you've never heard about that, like, you should watch that movie. Killer Bean. I've never seen Killer Bean before, but yeah. Yes, the way that Variety was criticizing Sinners is really um annoying, and it was really annoying because everybody now, usually I'm on Twitter, and they still get lashings for what they did to Sinners, which is rightfully deserved, by the way. But yeah, they were really weird about that, being like, oh, it's gotten its money, but it hasn't gotten all of its budget back. And it's like, it just came out. Give it a minute. And Sinners on, but you know what? Oh, let me get some water real quick. But the thing about Sinners and the thing about Variety doing that to the movie, if they didn't do that, and if the reaction wasn't the reaction that it was, I don't think this. Let me not say I don't think, but it helped Sinners to actually reach the audience it was meant for. And I'm glad that a lot of people took that as a way to say, you know what, since y'all want to talk about the movie this way, we're just going to go ahead and support it. And I'm really happy that it worked out that way. Variety was dead wrong for even treating that movie like that. But um, I know some people would try to say like, don't bring race. It was kind of about race. Um, Not kind of. It was about race. With some black creatives, they are very easy to just go ahead and down their projects. Um, I don't know why they tried Ryan Coogler like that. If you don't know, I'll say right here, Ryan Coogler is one of my favorite directors. I've seen, apart from some of the Creed movies, I've seen almost all of his movies. Even Fruitvale Station, that was the first movie I saw by him. Um, because of Black Panther, that made me fall in love with film because of him. So, but with Ryan Coogler, it was very strange how they even like talked about Sinners like that. Because it's like, y'all should have. He's made hits before. He's done well at the box office with his movies. Granted, it was with another production company. It was with Marvel, but still, I'm like, I don't see why y'all did that. Uh, Why is this thing? Yeah, I'm just talking and talking and talking. I didn't have to remember to watch all stuff. Read the comments. So let's go ahead. The story of Genesis. I mean, okay, good for the story of Genesis, but she should have took you to go see Captain America. She should have took you to go see Captain America. Yeah, the popcorn movie thing. Um, when you really think about it, that was just disrespectful. Like, I think when people say popcorn movies, it's like you're supposed to turn your brain off and just enjoy it. Like, some people say like certain movies you can turn your brain off and you're just sitting there enjoying the um, flashy lights and colors and things, big action. I think that's what they meant. Um, I don't know. Even people who say they don't understand the movie, sometimes like, how do you not understand it? And but that's another thing. For those who watch my review of Nope, I said if someone cannot grasp a certain concept and they can't relate to it, they will make it seem like the movie is bad because it's on their lack of knowledge, their ignorance, that they think, oh, it's bad because I just couldn't understand it. It's like, how about you try to understand it? Ask people who have related with it. Watch videos of people who can relate to it and actually get out your bubble and try to understand where art is coming from. And I'm not saying that every piece of art you're going to understand, but if you don't understand something, the least you could do is try to. If you still don't understand, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. She should have let him see Captain America. That's I mean, nothing against the Bible, nothing against Bible stories. I think that's very nice and well. Let let your son, let your child see some action movies. Let them see a superhero. Come on. My bad if y'all just heard a sound. I accidentally bumped into my microphone. The cord of my microphone. Age of Ultron, I love that movie too. Um that one, I mean, it's crazy that people give hate to Age of Ultron because that was the one that I don't they do plan things ahead, but I don't think they were planning that Age of Ultron would have been like The Rock for the rest of the movies leading afterwards. I don't think they planned that far ahead, but it's crazy that Age of Ultron is the one that introduced us to all these concepts that were gonna later show up again later down the road. So I love that movie. I don't understand the hate that it gets, but yeah. Yeah, they should not have. Even though I loved WandaVision, um, I don't know if Aaron Taylor Johnson was busy. They should have brought back his Pietro. I said it wrong. Pietro, just so that she could see her brother again. The way they killed him off, yeah, that's unforgivable. Like who did he die? He died in front of Hawkeye, and because it was a callback to when he said you didn't see that coming or something. I haven't watched the movie in a while, but um, yeah, and it's crazy because like you would think with certain superheroes, because usually like even if you see a superhero die on screen, they're not always missing. I mean, Avengers Doomsday is a good example of that. Um, yeah, have y'all seen the teaser trailer for Doomsday with not even Captain America, with Steve Rogers back? I don't dislike Steve, but why is he back? I thought he lived happily with Peggy. Why is he coming back? Thor makes a lot of sense because the story wasn't over yet. I don't understand why Steve Rogers is coming back. I don't know if Fox got the rights back to Pietro. Well, now Disney owns Fox, so maybe, but I feel like now they're just like he's dead. That's it. And Aaron Taylor Johnson went on to do, what did he do? Craven the Hunter. I don't actually think. I don't want to lie. Craven wasn't as horrible as it could have been, but it's like it could have done so much more. All of the with exception to Venom, the Venom trilogy, because I actually enjoyed all of the Venom movies. Some people don't like them, but I actually enjoyed it all the way up until 3. I enjoyed it. Um, but yeah, I don't know what's up with the Sony Spider Ver. They didn't even call it Spider Verse movies. They call it Spider something. thing. I don't. I It sucks so much I don't even remember the universe they called it. But yeah, they should have just worked with Marvel and let them have the characters. I would say recently they said that Ryan Coogler wanted to have Craven and Black Panther, but they told him no, and Sony was the one saying no or absolutely not. I don't understand why they just don't. They like hold on to stuff and don't like let people use the characters. It's from what I understood when we got Spider-Man and Civil War, it was kind of like a miracle that they even let that happen because they still can't use Spider-Man for certain things. Like they said, like the recent Daredevil Born Again, Spider-Man cannot show up in that show. He can't show up in live. He can't show up in live action shows. So, yeah. Morbius. uh, you know what? If you like it, I love it. Yeah, Morbius made a what is it, more billion bucks or whatever. Yeah, if you love it, if you like it, I love it. uh, Happy New Year to you too. When the ethers speak, is that what? Yeah, when the ethers speak, Happy New Year to you too. Sam does deserve much better. Even a way that people are gonna watch this and be like, but I'm saying it again. With a lot of the black shows and movies that Marvel is coming out with, they have been slacking because they didn't really do that much for Sam Wilson. Captain America, they act like they didn't really want to market it that well. And then with Ironheart, which was a really good show, they didn't really want to market it and dropped all episodes. No. Dropped the episodes. They didn't. 3 on premiere day and then 3 the next week. Like, and then now with Wonder Man. Yeah, is that what it's called? Yo, hold on. I think that is Wonder Man. Yes. And now with Wonder Man, they're still like they just started ramping up like marketing because it's coming out this month. But my thing is like, if y'all really want something to be successful and y'all really want people to watch things, y'all know y'all have to market it properly. Why are y'all not marketing these things properly? It's just really annoying. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just really annoying. It's like, I see you. I see what y'all are doing. I'll still watch it because I want to support the shows and I want to learn more about these characters, but I see what y'all are doing. And Blade is still in production hell. I don't know what's going on with Blade. It's like they've had a story, they've had directors, and then they changed the story, they dropped directors. I think Mahershala is still a part of it, but it's like the man has been in hold on, 2. I know he voiced Uncle Aaron in Into the Spider-Verse. Oh yeah, he voiced Uncle Aaron twice. My bad. Yeah. So my thing is, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna voice him again in Beyond the Spider-Verse since they're in their universe. Sorry, spoiler for those who haven't seen it yet. But like he's been how is he able to play another character and y'all won't even get his movie up and rolling? Like, what is I don't get it. I really don't. I hope to see Blade in my lifetime too, because I don't get it. DC, hold on. Well, I can't really say much about DC because I recently just got into it. Before the switch to James Gunn being over DC, I did like Blue Beetle. I did see Man of Steel, but I'm not one of those people that's like the release the Snyder cut. I'm not one of those Snyder Bros. Is that what they're called? I'm not one of those people. Um, the way they act about it is so strange to me. It's like because that's another movie. That is a favorite of mine. Is the recent not Spider Superman movie that came out last year. That quickly became a favorite of mine. Um, but the way they behave about it is so strange to me. Oh, I do like the Superman My Adventures with Superman. That's a really nice show. Um, I like that one. Yeah. And um, what you said about DC and locking characters away, it's like when I know some people will say it probably doesn't make sense to have a Joker movie and then have the different iterations of Joker. But it's like, but if they didn't take that chance and let somebody create that version of Joker, like it shows that they actually have faith in people handling characters well. Uh, the Joker, the second one, I tried watching it. I couldn't really get into it. But the first one, I did see that and I did enjoy it. That too, the Batman Beyond movie, because they were supposed to have an animated one and they shelved that. I don't like David Zaslav. He is, if you don't know who he is, he's the head of Warner Brothers. I do not like that man. He has done a lot to shelf things and lock them up just because he wants to write it off as a tax break. And it's very frustrating because you have people who put in so many hours of work. One thing I always remember being told in school was like, it's a wonder, it's a miracle that a film is made because of all the things it has to go through to be made. So all those people who worked on a project and the actors who had to go through like getting into a character, getting stunt doubles, getting camera crew, getting crafts, like getting wardrobe, getting set design. It's like they worked on all of that for nothing because you don't want the world to see it because you're just like, oh, I'll just write it off. Oh, I'll give myself a nice little check. That's very annoying. Also, I'll never forgive them for taking Close Enough off of HBO Max. I'm gonna fight that man for that one. I'm sorry, I just read the call out. No, you're on a plane. Someone. Oh, thank you so much. 023 Fashion. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you enjoy it. I hope that your flight goes very well. I hope that you're comfortable on it. But yeah, real artists do need to be in charge of Hollywood. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it's a money making business. So it's like, do what makes money, obviously, but it's like at the expense of other people's hard work, and then you're holding things back from audiences. Because I don't know if they realize like audiences actually care about projects because people are attached to characters, people are attached to things that come out. So it's a huge disappointment when you're looking forward to something and then they're like, oh no, it's not coming out. So yeah, but that's like the day the Earth blew up, the Looney Tunes movie, and how they had them animated and then was like, oh, we're gonna shelf it. We're gonna write off as a tax break. They eventually did end up giving it to um, a studio or distribution company called Catch Up Entertainment, and that's how they were able to actually let the movie go out into theaters, and that's how we're able to actually view the movie now is because they let someone else buy it. Same thing with the Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie. They were gonna shelf that, have it as a tax write off, but they sold that off as well, and that's how now we'll be able to see that movie. Zaslav gets on my nerves. So But yeah, I don't I don't appreciate that. But he definitely gets on my nerves. Is he bald headed? I'm trying to remember. 'Cause I was gonna say I'll smack his bald head, but um, as a joke, imagine somebody takes that. It's like Quick Chat with Jay said that he will smack your head. He's not bald, but he does have a big forehead, so something can still get smacked. But I'm sorry, it's a corny laugh at my own joke. But yeah, Wonder Woman is yeah, it kind of hurts because I there was supposed to be another Wonder Woman project too. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I mean, after Wonder Woman, was it 88 or something like that? You know, the second one I'm talking about. Um, I think a lot of people weren't feeling that, so I think they were okay to let it go. But I think they can give Wonder Woman one more movie, several more movies actually. She's a really good character. Yeah, they canceled her video game. Oh, thank you so much. When I ether speak, thank you. I don't know what my. I guess because I'm talking a lot, my throat's getting dry. Yes, that's another thing. A lot of people got very cold on. I see her face. I'm not remembering her name right now. Um, what's that woman's name? Because a lot of people say she can't act. It's so funny to me. I thought she could act in her first one, but I don't know what happened after that. Let me see. Oh, I said on Wonder Woman 88. It's a Wonder Woman 1984. My bad. Yeah, Gal. Um, a lot of people did not care for her. Um, rightfully so. But yeah, I mean, they must like Hako. I think they are. I don't think she's coming back. I don't think she's coming back. Yeah, Justice for Captain Marvel, and that's gonna make me go on a. I'll get into that probably to talk about it. Yeah. Um, the thing Shazam, I actually enjoyed the first Shazam. I didn't watch the second one, but Shazam was good. But then another thing, the actor, a lot of people just kind of got cold on him too. So, but with Captain Marvel and the whole thing with Brie Larson, because I love Brie Larson. Um, I just think she's a really nice person, and I love her character on Community. If you want to know one thing about me, I love the show Community, and I loved her character on there. Um, but the way that people purposely misinterpreted what she was saying and she still gets a lot of shit for it is really annoying because it's like just because you didn't understand what she was saying or you are purposely muddying the waters of the point she was making does not mean that you need to go on a years long like hate train about her because she was right in what she said. So I yeah, that's very strange about Jared Leto too. They be letting him get all types of roles. I don't know why. And people have said they don't like being around him, especially when he was in the Suicide Squad. So I don't know how he keeps getting roles, but I don't know. I I guess he can act. I don't watch a lot of things that he's in, so that's why I said I guess he can. Because he was in Tron, what was it, Ares, and uh, that didn't look like it really made that much. And I don't know if it's because of the story. I don't know if it was because of the story not being that well, or it was because of him. I know for me as a consumer, I saw his face and I was like, I'm not gonna watch that. So it could be because of him. But yeah. Yeah, when I said like Captain Marvel, I don't think they should replace the act. I don't think they should replace Brie at all. She's actually great as a character, but Marvel has been doing a lot of. I'm sorry, I just read what you said. Marvel has been doing a lot of pushing her character back, and I don't really like that. Just because they're trying to cater to an audience that kind of needs to move on a little bit. Things are changing. Move on, please. Um, so they are. It's like they're scared to put her character in things. Oh, I think she's coming back in Doomsday, so I'm excited to see her again. I hope Monica comes back. They need to bring back Monica. But you said Ryan Reynolds. You know what's great? Mm, Ryan Reynolds. I never really was a big fan of him. I was very excited when Deadpool came out. Quick little story. When Deadpool came out, I was in high school still. Um, and me and my friend went to go see it, and my sister came with me too, but she wasn't of age yet. So, uh, and I thought that as teenagers, you can bring someone who is, under a certain age to an R-rated film, but they were like, no, she can't. So what we did was we bought 3 tickets to Kung Fu Panda 3 that was out at the same time, and we just snuck in to go see Deadpool. I do not regret it. I love the character of Deadpool. I have one of his comics too. I have his little bobble. I'm looking around because I'm trying to see where I can find it. Um, oh, I have this this little bobblehead. Um, so I have that, and then I have his comic, Deadpool: The Art of War. Um, I got to see if I can find it. I think it's like, okay, it's not immediately behind me, so I don't actually know where it is right now. But maybe if I do another live stream, I'll remember to find it so I can show y'all. But yeah. I kind of watch more Brie Larson's things, but I like her as a person. She's very unproblematic. People try to make her problematic. She's very unproblematic. So I think it's the thing. If you are with an adult, then sure. But I guess because they're saying like, well, y'all aren't really adult. I think I was 17 at the time. So like, y'all aren't adults. Y'all are old enough to see this movie, but you're not adults. That's why she can't come in with y'all. But we just made a workaround. I think he, I think the ticket guy knew that we were just gonna sneak in anyway. Because why would I change my answer to, okay, then can I get 3 tickets for Kung Fu Panda 3? Do you really think I'm about to go see Kung Fu Panda 3 when I just was talking about Deadpool? But yeah, but I can see what you're saying about him and Deadpool. I don't. That's the thing though. It's kind of like I don't think maybe he hasn't separated himself from the character, but I think it's because he has adopted the cadence he uses for Deadpool. And so when you see him in anything else, or you see him like in those Mint Mobile commercials, you're kind of sitting there like, why is Deadpool trying to sell me cell phone service? But I think it's just the cadence of his voice that he likes to dip into. I don't know. Yeah, I heard about that too. With um the stunt actress. Yeah. But I didn't even realize it was a stunt that she didn't want to do. That's crazy. I remember hearing about it, but I just didn't know that's something that she didn't even want to do. But the plantation wedding thing, yeah, that turned me off too. As someone who is from South Carolina, and uh, I would go past an area where it'll be like so and so plantation, and I'm just in a car and I'm like, why did y'all turn a plantation into a neighborhood, and then still put plantation in the name of the neighborhood? I don't see. You don't have no. You know what? My dad and I were talking about this the other day. How people who go to, because I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, to be more specific. People who go to Charleston, they will put, not put, they will plan their days around going to visit where slaves were sold and visiting haunted sale sales and things like that. I'm like, why the hell do you want to do that? I believe in spiritual stuff. If you want to get an angry soul attached to you, be my guest. But I don't understand. Because I think and with Ryan Reynolds, the thing is, like, I think him and Blake, him and Blake were saying like, oh, they didn't know. Like, y'all had to have known. Like, come on. Yeah, they are questionable. Like, mm, oh my god, plantation and Robert. I mean, he's Canadian. Just blame it on that. Uh, I mean, not all Canadians are like that, but yeah, I guess that's a part of it. I Who did I watch? There was a video I watched where they did speak about Blake and her clothing company, and it was like some things that was unquestionable. Tell me they're not sitting in their best. But yeah, I do agree. Plantation weddings should not exist at all. I don't think neighborhoods should be built on them either. And I mean, if you want to, no, I was gonna say, unless like you build on it, but you name it something else. But I feel like it's a will build upon this and add it in the name of the neighborhood to keep. I feel like it's a weird thing to keep the memory of it, and it's like that's weird. That's very weird. Um, so yeah. Wait, hold on. You said someone's what? Hold on. Did I miss something? You said let's not do that. Let's not do what? Uh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's not do that. I don't want nothing to do. I don't. I don't know. I mean, even though like that, it is something that happened a long time ago. But it's like, first of all, my thing is, yes, it happened a long time ago. But some of y'all are still unwilling and incapable of just acknowledging what happened. So my thing is like y'all don't even want to acknowledge that it happened, and that's why it's still there. That's why people are still doing plantation activities. That's why people are still planning trips to go to the plantation. I'm being mindful because I'm in front of a camera, I can't say everything I want to say. I do think is very messed up. So, mm, if Ryan and Robert Downey Jr. got into something, Robert probably said, "I'll see it that you don't get another movie or something." I don't know. People say Robert Downey Jr. is very nice, so for them two to get into something, um, yeah. But the past thing, even what happened, I'm gonna be honest. I have not been keeping. I've seen videos about what happened between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. Um, I just with all of that, it does make me think of Blake and Ryan, somewhat Justin too in a different light. I don't from what I don't know, but it's kind of like for what happened there, and then for them to say that because I believe in Deadpool and Wolverine, it said that the nice Deadpool character was based off of Justin and like he just did it to make fun of him. And when I heard about that rumor that that's why they created that character so they can make fun of him, and then the way they killed off the nice Deadpool in that movie, it just seems like a very sick joke if it's true. So, oh, they do still have antebellum parties. I don't know. I don't know. Like people, and I know some people try to explain it away and be like, "Well, I just like the attire and the feel of the time." It's like probably don't. There's certain things you can look at and be like, I don't know. It's certain things I will say we as an adult, you know what you're doing. So it's kind of like you know what you're doing. You have a brain. You have a computer in your hands. You hopefully have a laptop where you can do some research. You can come to the conclusion that maybe this isn't the best thing I should do. And I feel like a lot of people, even though they know what is the right thing, they bypass and go like, yeah, I know I shouldn't, but it's so cute, it's so fun. I just shouldn't. It's like, no, stop it. It's not that important. You're not gonna die if you don't do it. There's some things in life you can do without. So that is what it feels like. Like it does feel like race playing a bit. It does feel like that. It's really weird. I ain't never want to cosplay as someone during antebellum times. Why would you want to? I really do not understand it. So when we can move past that, maybe we can get some more healing. I need people to stop thinking that certain things are just okay. Certain things are not okay. And I don't. I'll be honest. There's certain things I look at and I'm like, I'd rather you not do it. But if you're going to do it, don't let the world see that you did it. There's certain things that you don't need to share. I'd rather you not do it. But if you're going to do it, don't let the whole world see it. That's all. I don't know. That's just an opinion of mine. Like I said, I'd rather you not, but it's whatever. But yeah. How did we even get it's so funny how we got onto this conversation. Um, jeez. Y'all want to know something? I was very nervous before I hit live on here. So I'm glad it's going pretty well. We're talking about some things and having some fun conversations. To me, it's fun. I hope y'all are having fun too. But yeah, um, Daughters of the Dust. I've never heard of that before. Is that a Hold on, I'm gonna look it up anyway. But I was gonna say, is it a movie, TV show, book? Honestly, I didn't know what was gonna. You know what I was nervous about? I didn't know like how many people were gonna come. This is 18 right now, and people have been coming in and stuff. Um, to be honest, it could have been two of us, and I still would have been having fun. But um, yeah, I'm glad to have y'all come in. I was nervous at first. I'm not nervous anymore. Like that went away, but I was just a little bit nervous. But I'm glad that we're seeing it. Yeah, this your little birthday gift. Juno, it's your little birthday gift. But yeah, I didn't know. I like streams like this. Now I'm gonna be honest. If it was like 100 people in here or 100 plus, I probably would have been more nervous. But I'm glad it's a small amount of us because I can handle this. That is an entire college classroom. That's still a lot of people. Oh, I was talking and then I forgot to look up what it was. Jerry Reese. Joseph, it's very funny that you said that because I wanted to do videos about Reddit stories that I've seen. I actually wanted to do like a I don't know if I'll do it right now. It's kind of getting late, so I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on. Probably like maybe 20 to 30 more minutes. Um but I wanted to do like videos like that where I read stuff off of Reddit. And it was from like the Am I Overreacting? And um there was a there was another one I saw recently that was um what could go wrong Reddit. And it's just that one though, it's kind of weird because like I like certain videos, not videos, I like certain yeah, I guess videos like on the internet where you see like people falling or something. It's funny when it's not happening to you. If it were happening to me, I'd be mad if someone was laughing. I'd be a little bit mad that someone was laughing. But like those ones are really, really those ones are so funny to me, especially like when people, like people are cooking stuff and it'll like pop or blow up a little bit. Like that is so funny to me. Um, Sometimes I send like my friend those types of videos. I don't think he likes them. So, because he doesn't really react to them, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop sending them to you because I don't think you like them. But yeah, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make like full. Hold on, I didn't know this was still up. Yeah, I wanted to make like a little video, from Reddit stories, but I didn't really know because sometimes I have these ideas and I want to do it, but also it's like I don't know how many people will actually support the video, so it kind of stops me sometimes. But it stays in my mind. I feel like a happy medium for that is for me to do it on a live stream. So I think I may just do it on a live stream and do that. If I find one, then yeah. But um, hold on, let me see. I yeah. Well, it's not really even. Well, yeah, it could be YouTube because YouTube will like if it's something different, it'll be like, we don't really know if people like this, and so they won't push it out as much. But also, it is really based like it's based off of what y'all like. So it's kind of like I have to follow what the audience likes because if y'all don't like something, um, and to be honest, I could just do where I'm like, I might not get as many views or reactions with this, but I still want to do it. Um, but yeah, sometimes it does stifle creators like that. I did see about the lost episode Oceana Grill. I haven't watched it, but I've like seen that it is a lost episode, and I believe it's a lost episode because Kitchen Nightmares got sued, and so that's why you can't really find it anywhere. Okay, Twitch. I've thought about Twitch too. That's another thing I haven't. I've watched things on Twitch, but I've never streamed on Twitch before. So maybe that's something I can do too. Uh, But yeah, I've thought about doing Oceana Grill. um, but the thing that was so I'm so weird because I said if I can't find it anywhere, what happens if I try to do a video on it? Like if I include clips from it, will I be in trouble? Or like I don't know, cause I've told y'all this sometimes like when I do uh well not a lot, but sometimes when I put out certain videos, there'll be copyright stuff on it, um and I can't like post certain things. I can't upload certain things. And it'll be so annoying because it's like I've done like a lot of hours with writing and then recording and then editing and then to be like, "Oh, no, you can't actually upload this." Or sometimes they'll be like, "You can upload it, but it's blocked in certain countries or territories." That's very annoying. So yeah, they do not play about the copyright. Like I'll just let y'all what is it? Like a peek behind the curtain a little bit. Like the recent video I did with what's her name? I'm forgetting her name. Callie. Yeah, with Masan. That one, they literally today just released the copyright claim from that, and that's something I posted, something I uploaded on Sunday. And at first, they were saying it's blocked, and it wasn't blocked in the United States, but I know one of my recent videos was blocked in the United States. That was very annoying, and I had to like go through typing up stuff to try to beg them. Basically, is begging them to release the copyright claim, and yeah, it's like that was blocked, and they let me do dispute it, and then they rejected it, and then I had to appeal it, and then I had to wait days for that. It gets kind of annoying. So that's why with certain things I want to make, but I've seen like the copyright, and some copyright just does not let me. Like there was one video I did that was the what's the one? Is it Charlie's with Tatiana? I think that's the one. Um, oh, Patreon. You know what's funny? I'll say that in a second. But um, the one with Charlie's, that one was just blocked, and I thought that I was gonna be fine until I uploaded it, and then they were like, "No, like you're." Basically, they were saying I was violating copyright um, by me trying to upload it while I was still going through the process. Excuse me, because the company for that was saying, "No, you cannot have it be upload," and then they rejected the dispute. I'd appealed. They rejected the appeal, and then YouTube had to step in and be like, "Hey, he actually didn't do anything wrong, so he's actually going to keep the video up, and y'all can be mad about it." So thanks for YouTube for doing that. But sometimes these companies can be very annoying when they don't want you to do certain things. But funny thing you said about Patreon. I actually did create a Patreon. There's nothing up there yet, but I have created it. I created it because I thought I was going to have issue with one of my videos being uploaded, but luckily I was able to upload it anyway. But I did create a Patreon. Um, it's just not, there's just no content over there yet. Also, I feel kind of weird about sending people over to another website, but I mean, if I start uploading things on there, yeah, I will. You know, idea I actually had because sometimes I just like I'll watch a lot of stuff, but like I said, sometimes I don't know what y'all would like here on YouTube. But a movie I wanted to talk about was Dreamgirls because I recently watched it, and I've been talking to my family about it because they've seen it several times. I haven't. I'm late to the party. I just saw it the other day. And it's so fun. As someone who's a fan of Beyonce, I'm surprised it took me that long to watch that movie. But I want to talk about that movie, and it's like I don't know who would like it on YouTube. I don't know. The movie reviews I've done, not a lot of people watch. So I'm like, I kind of want to talk about that, but yes. So if I do that, then yes, I will. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I might make a video about Dreamgirls over on Patreon, and I don't know if I get the courage to. I'll post it on YouTube. But yeah, something I want to do. I want to actually go see a drag show because I've watched Drag Race. Um, I've watched so much of Drag Race, but I've never been to a drag show. I want to go to one. Um, I hope I can go to one soon. But yeah. Um, was there something else I was gonna say? I don't know if there's something else I was gonna say. I felt like there was another thing. I forgot. Yeah, like I feel like they have such fun energy, and I really do enjoy what drag queens do. The artistry behind it, it's amazing, and so I feel like it'd be cool to really go see a show. Um, I live in Atlanta, so I know I can go see a drag show, but I don't know when. Yeah. In one of my assignments, we had to pick a film we saw and see who we would recast in. Oh, Make a Wish. Okay. Don't say a wish out loud. It won't come true. I said my wish. But oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. So we had to pick a film that we watched throughout the semester. I forgot the name of this class, but we had to pick a film we watched throughout the semester, and then we had to recast the people in the movie with actors alive or dead. I think we could do that, and then we also would say why we chose them for the role, and we would. I'm probably miss. I'm probably not remembering it correctly. I think I'm mixing this up with something else I had to do for another class, but I swear it was like you have to explain um, why you chose them, and would you change the story in any way to kind of like update it to the times now. So, Massa, how do Massachusetts? Well, somebody say the way you say it is Massachusetts. So Massachusetts. But one of the movies I actually that's another favorite movie of mine. I'm kind of late to the party with this too, but it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Um, I do like that movie, but I remember two of the people I said I would cast. One was Ariana Grande to play in the main, the one of the main characters, and then I picked Latrice Royale to play the role of why am I forgetting the name right now? Doctor. Um, someone knows the name. Oh, Frankenfurter. Doctor Frankenfurter. Doctor. Yeah, Doctor. But Dr. Frankenfurter, I picked Latrice Royale to play Dr. Frankenfurter in my version of the Rocker Horror Picture Show. And I think I got like a B on that assignment. It's funny because my professor, he was like, I like what you, he said, I like your reasoning, but you just didn't do the assignment all the way correct. Like you didn't do it correctly. But I was like, I thought I did do it correctly, but okay. A B is better than an F. So, um, but yeah, I don't. To be honest, that class was it was very easy. I think it would only fail you if you truly were not putting in any effort. And I put in effort. I raised my hand quite a bit in that class too because I always had opinions. And that was a class in the morning. It, I am not a morning person. If I'm talking in the morning, that means I was really interested and you're doing something right. So, um, but yeah, he was a great teacher. It wasn't a lame excuse, but I was like, yeah, I got a good grade. Um, my grade was good at the end of the semester. I'm fine. I would take his class again if I could. But yeah, but that is who I chose for my if I had to recast people in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was okay. I'm remembering this because I was watching a video earlier and it mentioned The Greatest Showman because that's another film we watch in that class. I'm just not. I don't know. I I appreciate mornings what they are because when I would get up in the morning to go to work, like I could, you know, enjoy the sun. If the sun was out, I could enjoy the sun and you hear all the birds chirping, you see all of nature looking really pretty, but I'm just not a morning person. I'm just really not a morning person. Never been that way. I'm still not a morning person. I've always been a late owl, late night owl. I still am. Um, it's gotten out of hand a few times. I do need to fix my sleeping schedule, but I'm like I've never been a morning person. Yeah, I really did enjoy The Greatest Showman. The only thing that hurt me is that who P.T. Barnum actually like the kind of person he actually was, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know he was like that. But I was like, I don't know. When you actually know the history behind stuff, it does kind of ruin the enjoyment of certain things. But the movie for what it is a great movie. Yeah, we learning the history will definitely ruin some things for you. But yeah, he's a real freak. He is. I don't know. Cause I was watching a Watch Mojo video earlier, and they were talking about people in the past who were like did messed up stuff, and they were saying like how he was exploiting people who did have um uh I guess I guess that's the right word to use, deformities, and he was also abusing the animals that they had in the circus. And I was like, yeah, I forgot. It's like until I saw that video today, I was like, yeah, I forgot about that. But my thing is, I don't like P.T. Barnum, the actual man. I like P.T. Barnum in The Greatest Showman. But even in The Greatest Showman, um, he still was an asshole because the fact that he didn't want any of them to come to the party, like that was messed up. You said who sings like Hugh Jackman? Yeah, earlier, yeah. It just seems like circus culture is messed. Oh my god, you just remind me of a film. Um, I think it's just called Freaks. It's it's a old movie. Yeah, 1932 film Freaks. Because that one went into like um some of some of the messed up stuff they used to do. Like, excuse me, I'm like it's I can't even say it's winter because it ain't really winter. It's like here's weird. Like right now it's raining. The other day it was 70 degrees. The week before that, and a few days. Well, hold on. A few days before it was 70. It was in the 30s and 40s. A few weeks ago it was in the 20s, dipping into the teens. So sorry if I'm sniffling, but my God, this weather here is crazy. Oh, hi, no context. I'm glad you've been enjoying my videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, my dad lives up north and he told me about the snow. And I told him, I said, y'all can have all that snow. I'm not built for that. I'm not built for that. You know what? I can actually handle 59 degrees. 59 degrees, I can handle that. I don't mind weather like that. When it gets to like 30s, 20s, teens, keep that. I really don't want it. Um, my best friend kept saying like he wanted to move from where he was. One of the reasons he wanted to move from where he was because of the heat, and he wanted to be somewhere that's cold. He's somewhere that's cold. He can keep it. I'm not dealing with it. No. Like, cause here in Georgia, like we've had well, more specifically in Atlanta, we've had like our snow days, but they were not ready. We were not ready for those snow days. I know, they call it Snowmageddon. I think that happened in 2014. Um, everywhere was shut down. We were not ready for that. And it's funny because we had snow before then, but that one really caught us by surprise. Because people cars are left on the highway, people get into crashes. Um, people, during I don't want to say natural disasters because that wasn't really a disaster. That was just something that we didn't know how to deal with. But during natural like storms like that, even like when it's heavily raining, people lose their minds for some reason, and they just act like they don't know how to behave. Because I remember I did go to school that day, and our mom had to get off of work and come pick up me and my sister. She was still in high school. Not high school. I was in high school. She was in middle school. But our schools were like kind of close to each other. But she went to go come get us, and I remember on the drive home, someone almost got in a crash because like they swerved, not swerved, but they went into like the other lane and they were trying to drive fast. I'm like, it is snowing. Where do you think? There's a bunch of snow on the road. Where are you going? It's same thing when it's like heavily raining. A lot of people just act like they just act like they lose all their senses. I understand if you don't know what to do and it's new, that's fine. But like, please use your brain. Use the brain that God gave you. Please. Exactly. They drive like they don't like they do not like to live. And that's another thing. A lot of us don't have snow tires down here because you don't think you're gonna have to deal with snow. But yeah. But it's funny that we talk about snow because like yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like we had snow before, because I remember when I was younger, I bust my butt on some ice. So I'm like, we had snow, we had cold temperatures before, but it's just it never was at the level that it was in 2014. I'm a check, I'm a fact check myself just to make sure I'm getting that year correct. But yeah, yeah, that was January 28th, 2014. Yeah, black ice is nothing to play with. I know people before we really dealt with snow. People always say like that's nothing to deal with. So I don't know, and I don't know why it's like but it was when things happen like that, people think that they need to be outside. You don't need to be outside. You really don't. If you are outside, get in somewhere. But yeah, Hmm. I saw they said that they have some states have upped the minimum wage. I don't remember all the amounts that they upped it by, but I was very disappointed to see that Georgia did not. I was like, oh, so y'all still want to be at 7.25? Okay. I never been paid 7.25, but it was just really strange that I'm like, why are y'all not upping the minimum wage? But that's something I've been thinking about a lot though. It's like everything's getting expensive, but y'all don't actually want to pay people what they're owed. So I don't know how y'all think this is supposed to work. And people can't survive, but y'all don't want to up minimum wage. Y'all don't think that's because their excuse. And I saw this on a post. It was like their excuse was if we up minimum wage, you have to up the prices of our products. And it's like, well, y'all up the prices, the products anyway. So I don't see what was the reason for that excuse. Yeah, it's supposed to be over, like, because you said where you're at is 18, and then where you're at, it's supposed to be over $20. And it's like, I'm not an economist or anything, but I'm just saying, I know, like, everybody should be paid more than 20. The way that things are, everybody should be paid more than 20. So I don't know I know what's up with it. Greed. But I don't know. Hopefully in my lifetime it'll be changed. But I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah. But it's I don't know. I hope things get better. That's all I can really say. Okay. I loved Spider-Man Miles Morales. I don't have a PS5, so I wasn't able to play Spider-Man 2. But I did enjoy Spider-Man and Spider-Man's Miles Morales. Miles is he's an amazing character. But yeah. I don't know. Can I reach it without knocking anything over? I've showed this off before, but my great I'm covering my mic. My great expectations cap. Yeah, good night, Ren. Thank you for joining and talking. It's been really fun. But yeah. My school they actually took a they actually took a photo of my cap and they posted it they posted it on LinkedIn. I was like, that's cool. I wasn't really, like you're supposed to. Well, you don't have to, but you can do stuff to your cap if you want to. And so I just know I was like, I'm gonna use my favorite character, and so yeah, LinkedIn. I was like, it's okay. At least that's where I know. I don't know if they posted anywhere else, but um, I happened to be on LinkedIn and I saw that my photo was there, and I was like, okay. I mean, I'm glad my artistry is shown somewhere. But yeah, and I do think they did delay the Beyond the Spider Verse until next year. So I'm a fine with it, just because I'm like I would rather y'all actually like take your sweet time, because the fact that they've created new animation I'm forgetting the word. I'm forgetting a word I want to use. Excuse me. They created new animation methods just to actually create the things they needed for Across the Spider Verse. It's crazy to me. So I'm like, if y'all gotta create another method, please do it. Like those movies have been amazing. That's another one of my favorite movies. Like I actually like all of the Spider-Man movies. Um, well, probably not. Well, Spider-Man 3 wasn't horrible, But I like Sam Raimi's. I like the Amazing Spider-Man movies, and I like Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I enjoyed the Spider-Verse movies. So like I really do love Spider-Man. Um Shamik, you know something, when they um announced that Haley Steinfeld was pregnant, someone said y'all need to go check on Shamik more. I was like, yeah, because he had a big crush on her. I don't know if he's still, but they did say he was acting odd. I'm forgetting exactly some of the examples, but they said he was acting very odd. So I mean, next time when I'm up on, because it is we're 2 hours in, um and I don't know. I don't think I want to stay. I don't know. I might get close to 12, or probably I'll end at 12 p.m. I don't know. Depends, because I'm just talking. I'm just yapping. But um, what was I about to say? I really forgot what I was about to say. That's probably why I probably do need to get off soon if I'm forgetting stuff. I usually forget stuff when I'm tired, so that's why I'm like I probably do need to get off soon. But we're 2 hours in, so yeah, he is the only one without a off-screen love interest. I mean, the fact that I'm really surprised that Tom and Zendaya like have gotten to the point where they want to get married. Um, and it's funny because they said that the casting director was telling them not to fall in love with each other, or maybe I'm thinking about Andrew and was that Emma? Was that Emma? Yeah, but um, they're saying like, they tell them not to really fall in love like that. But Tom and Zendaya, they've been very private about their relationship, and I'm pretty sure they had all the conversations they need to have. So, and plus they're grown, they can do what they want to do. But I believe in them too. I believe in them. All right, good night, Ari. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope you have a good night. But yeah, I think they'll be fine. Um, Even like with their announced, and that's the thing, because a lot of people have been saying like how Zendaya just came out with her ring, didn't tell anybody, didn't really address it. It's like, yes, they're engaged. What about, hell, they might be married already, and we might not even know. So, but it is nice to see that both of them grew closer because of the movies, and they're still in love, and they're getting to work together too. Because I believe both of them are going to be in the Odyssey, and of course they're in the Spider-Man, the next Spider-Man movie. Um, Dang, that's crazy. Spider-Man is getting 4 movies. He doesn't usually get 4 movies when you think about it, because I only had the first 3 Spider-Man movies, then the 2 Amazing. I mean, Spider Verse has 3, but for him to get a trilogy and to get a 4th movie is crazy. But I love it. I'm excited to see Spider Man Brand New Day. Um, all the people they said are supposed to be in there, all the characters too. Didn't they say Daredevil was supposed to be in there? If he's gonna be in there, I'm excited. I don't. I've heard that about the comics, that like they're not treating his character so well in the comics. I haven't read his comics lately, so um, I think I've read one of the Spider-Man comics, but I don't remember the name right now. And how I read it was I had to read it online. Um, was it like Read Comics Online or something like that? I think that's the name of the website. But yeah, yeah. Some people say they like when he's miserable. I'm like, why do you want your character? Why do you want him to be miserable? Like, that makes no sense. But I mean, I get it, because they're like he's not supposed to really. Um, I don't know. Maybe not say not experience happiness. It's like he can experience happiness, but it's only going to be for a short amount of time before he before something tragic happens. Because though it, but yeah, I've heard that he is still having a hard time in the comics for Batman. Oh, that's another. The thing is, like, even though I like superheroes, I haven't really read a lot of their comics. But I wanted to get into his Batman comic. I just didn't know which one to get into. Same thing with Superman. A lot, cause especially with the DC characters, because that's like when I used to go to Barnes and Noble, um, I of course would always go to the comics section. I would look at what they have. I can't read all of them, but I used to look at just what they had, and I would see the DC, and I'd see some of the comic books, but that was still at a time where I wasn't really into DC like that. But um, I was it was kind of growing on me. But maybe I'll be able to pick up a Batman comic soon, or Superman. Who else? The Flash. I don't know. The Flash seems like he has interesting stories. I did like the animated movies with the Flash. You know what's crazy? Because I'm thinking about the Flash, the live action one. Um, what it was that 2022 that came out? I don't exactly hate that movie, but I think it had a good story. I don't know how I want to put that. Exactly. I don't think it was amazing. I don't think it was downright horrible. It was watchable, and I could kind of go along with the story. But yeah, um, I don't know. I don't hate the movie though, but it's just like it ain't the best thing in the world. Also, that CGI was really poor. I don't. It's crazy that I don't know how to say his last name, but the creator who did It Welcome to Derry in the last two It movies, how he created the Flash, but then he created It and then Welcome to Derry as well. And I'm like, is I don't know what happened with the Flash because that was I don't know. Sometimes you have duds. That was a dud for him. Like I said, I didn't overly I didn't like I don't hate the story. I didn't hate the movie, but it's like no passion. It probably was that. It probably was that he didn't really have his whole heart in it. When I watched Welcome to Derry, um, which I enjoyed a lot, but yeah, I don't think he I don't think he had a lot of passion for the Flash. So if that's the reason, then I guess that's his reason. But yeah, like good night, fashion. What? Oh, 23 fashion. Yeah, help you sleep well. Like I said, I'm probably about to end the stream soon. Um, it's been 2 hours, so I don't know. Well, hi to you too, and hi to your yeah, boyfriend Jay. I'm so glad that you two like watching my videos. Glad I can. I'm glad I can be a part of your bonding time. I'm glad to be a third wheel. No shade in that, but yeah. That is so that is so sweet of you to say. Well, I'm glad you could join. Yes, you J and J. Uh, you still here? I was thinking about that song earlier because I saw something that was saying how without her album four that we wouldn't have gotten any of her albums um after that, and I do agree. I just my only thing about the album four is I hate the way that she. I don't know if it was her decision or it was the studio's decision. I don't know if it was like I don't know what happened, but I hate the way that they reordered the track list for the album 4 because I feel like it was fine. I don't know why they reordered it. I guess because Party got really popular that they like put it at the top, and it's like that's annoying. Y'all should have left it soon. But yeah, the 27th. Oh, wait, did you forget your anniversary? No, you didn't forget your anniversary. We're just saying. Hmm. You know, I used to play a little bit of Minecraft. My sister was recently playing Minecraft, which surprised me. But Minecraft is a pretty fun game. I just haven't played it in a while, but it is pretty fun. So, well, that's good that y'all had a nice anniversary, though. There has been a resurgence in Minecraft, which I think is interesting, and I think especially with the movie. I haven't watched the movie yet, with that movie that came out, um, but it was way before then. But I'm just thinking, like when something is already popular, but then something else comes out that makes it even more popular, and it keeps its relevance. I feel like that's something that made it keep its relevance as well. But I don't think Minecraft was ever going to go anywhere. But it is a pretty fun game. That's some okay. See, that's something that I meant to bring up, and this was a while ago, because one of y'all said something about Twitch, and would I play games on there? I have been thinking about doing gaming because I've been playing a lot of games lately. Um, that's something I like doing in my free time uh when I'm not, of course, working on a video or I'm not um, doing stuff around the house. I will sit down and play my game. And I recently played Uncharted, A Thief's End. I'm just playing what was available on a PlayStation Plus store, but I was able to play that game. I love that game. I played the sequel to that, Uncharted, um, Lost Legacy. I enjoyed that as well. I just started playing Far Cry 5. Excuse me. That game creeped me out when I first started it, but it is still pretty fun. I finished Far Cry 6, I think in November. That was nice. That one I was playing for the longest, and that one I had the most fun with. I'm having fun with Far Cry 5, but it just doesn't feel the same. But I still like it. What other games have I played? I always play Fortnite. Well, I haven't been playing it as often as I used to, but like that is a game I do enjoy playing. I still gotta level up, and I've been missing out on things. They said, well, because I still have my Tumblr account. I just don't go on there. But Vine, I think they said Vine is coming back. And Fifth Harmony did get back together for the Jonas Brothers concert. So it might be 2016 all over again. The Wii. I haven't played a Wii in so long. I forgot what I used to like do on. I didn't really say much on Tumblr though. MJX. Oh, he did have a game. The MJ Experience. Oh, we don't want that Vine. Never mind. I really hate the way that they push AI onto everything. It's really getting annoying. I remember playing Cooking Mama. I used to play that on my Nintendo, but it's so fun. I just remember um I, I'm gonna say the story, but I promise you, my dad is he's not a bad person. But he, I remember I asked for the Cooking Mama game because that was just something that was popular at the time. And um I think my mom was okay getting it for me. Somehow I still got it. I don't know if they bought it for me or did I rent it or something. I can't remember. Um but he was like, "What the hell does he need a Cooking Mama game for? If he want to cook, he just get in the kitchen." That was so funny to me. He was like, "I don't understand." I'm like, I don't. To be honest, as a kid, I was like, I don't understand it either. But it's something that's popular, and I want to play with it. I still have. Well, okay. I still have my 3DS, but it doesn't work. Um, every time I try to, I've already charged it up, but every time I try to turn it on, it like does a blip, and then it goes. The screen goes black. Um, I'm thinking of possibly getting a 3DS off of eBay or something. I think that'll be something that I will try to do soon because I still have my games and I never finished. It was Mario and Luigi Dreamland. I never finished it, and it still looks new. Like there's no dust on the game itself, and I was like, I really want to go back and play that and finish it. So I think I may get a 3DS from eBay. There are plenty that's available, but yeah. But I got that for my birthday, I think. My grandmother got that for me. And I loved her for that. But I really fell in love with it. And I made sure to take care. See that's another thing I just thought about. Another thing with a Nintendo, besides the Cooking Mama, my dad got me a Madden football game. I was like, I don't like sports. Why are you getting me this? I played the game, but I'm like, when have I ever showed interest in football? Why did you get that for me? But yeah, I don't. It's so funny. I can look back on things now that happened in my childhood, and I'm like, that's actually kind of funny. But yeah. Well, thank you for joining. For the long chat, no context, whatever. Hope you had fun. I had fun. But yeah, I remember he did that. And I was like, I don't want that. Like, I still have the game, but it's just like when I was a kid, I was like, you have never seen me show interest in football. I don't sit down and watch football with you. So why are you getting me this? I'm 27, so we probably did grow up with the same games. Zebra, I haven't seen you comment Zebra. It's nice to have you in the live. It's nice to have you here. Yeah, so we've been like we grew up with the same games. Hannah Montana. Was there Hannah Montana? Hold on. Like the a game? I don't remember. I don't remember. Wait, iCarly had a game? I don't even remember iCarly having a game. Where was I? I don't remember that. Like at all. Yeah, everything. It feels like that, doesn't it? Didn't oh my god, Gabby didn't Gabby play the Gordon Ramsay Wii game? Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Okay, I thought so. But yeah, I I didn't until I started doing Gordon Ramsay shows. I had no idea that that man even had games. To be honest, I think Gabby was my first like exposure to seeing that he had a game, but I didn't know he actually had like games. And it's like I I guess back then it was like you just dip your toe into every bit that you can. I just had a weird memory that popped up because I'm thinking about Cooking Mama. Y'all know like when people used to like when flash games were a big thing and they were they somebody made a game where it's like Cooking Mama, but like it was can I even say that on YouTube? I guess I could say it. It was bloody. Like it was something about Thanksgiving. I don't know. I feel like it was a PETA motivated type of game to turn you off from that or something. I don't know. Excuse me. Oh, James. Okay. So now I know your name, James. Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. But yeah. Yes, the quick chatters. Sometimes I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I feel corny saying quick chatters. I'm like, I'm gonna own it. Quick chatters or quick chat fam. I like that. Um, bar rescue. I've done bar rescue before. Um, I've done two bar rescues. I was thinking about doing a third one. Um, like I said earlier in the live stream, that sometimes I want to do certain videos, but it depends on the reception that I get. And the first bar rescue video I did pretty well. The second one, um, it took it was a slower amount of growth. So I didn't really know. I probably shouldn't even be telling y'all stuff like this, but it was just a slower amount of growth. So I was just like, should I not do any more of this? Because a lot of people were asking me to. So I don't know if it was like we just wanted you to do a one and done. Maybe I'll do another bar rescue episode. Uh, I just I don't know. I enjoy watching the show. I'll say that. It's so crazy because, like I said, I don't like yelling, but I don't mind seeing Gordon and John yell. So he had another show called Marriage Rescue. I remember seeing something about that. Yeah, but yeah. Uh, I haven't. I only saw. Only way. The only reason I know about Marriage Rescue is because of Andy King. He's only. That's the only reason I know about that show. But I think I don't know. I think Marriage Rescue didn't last for that long. See, that's the thing. It's like, because for him to have that kind of show, you are not a marriage, you are not a licensed marriage counselor. Why am I listening to you? Not saying that you can't get some advice, but like, I don't think you need a whole show built around that, to be honest. But sometimes they just throw stuff and just see what sticks. You know what's funny is like with Gordon, because someone said something about one of his shows called 24 Hours to Hell and Back. I did watch an episode of that. I was going to create a video on that. But my thing was, I was like, this is way too similar to his new show, which is, well, he has a new show that was like a baking, I think, yeah, baking competition, but it felt too similar to his show, Gordon Ramsay Secret Service. And I was like, so you mean to tell me there was a Gordon Ramsay Secret Service before there was the Secret Service show? Because 24 Hours to Hell and Back is basically the same thing. Only thing is, his version of going undercover was he actually put on prosthetics and things to go undercover in the restaurant. But yeah, so they weren't good. I don't. Mm, any other ones. Um, it's really funny because I was not like, hold on, before I get into that, let me say hi to Lord of the Forbidden Decks. Hi. Um, you said Kiba the Pug here. My favorite thing to cook. Oh, okay. So my favorite thing to cook would be hmm. My favorite thing to cook would be beef stew. Um, it takes a while to cook, but the reason why I like cooking it is because my mom and my sister really enjoy it. So, because I know they're going to enjoy it, it brings me a lot of joy to cook it for them. So, that's actually my favorite thing to cook. Um, yeah. I don't know what would be what would be another thing that's my reason for like one of my favorite things I like to cook. And I cook often, but now I'm blanking. I was gonna say chicken or oh, I like doing baked chicken, and rice. That sounds very like that sounds bland, but the way I season my chicken and the way the gravy gets, and I can put it over rice. So yeah. Um, but other reality TV shows. What I was gonna say is the funny thing about covering reality TV shows is that I never really used to be into reality TV shows. But I think it was more so of like the Kardashians and stuff like that. I was just never into it. I'm fine like with what I'm doing right now, but um a show I was thinking about was going back to doing um cuz I talked about Wife Swap. I talked about that once, but that was before all of y'all knew me. So, I kind of wanted to do Wife Swap again. Um I thought about 90 Day Fiance. I still am thinking about doing I Love My Mama's Boy. It's been so long since I mentioned about doing that show, and uh, I kind of I kind of want to do it just because it's like I had some thoughts. There is another reality, reality. There's another reality show, but it was a special that TLC did, um, which is something about brother husbands. I have to look. I hope I screenshotted who gave me that recommendation so I can shout them out properly when I think I will actually do a video on that. But I did buy the episode to watch. I just haven't watched it yet. But that's another reality thing I wanted to look at. Um, Celebrity in UK. I think I should do UK. I like to kind of switch it up, like different versions, just to see. Mashed sweet potato is good. You know, I should do that. I should add like the recipe. Only thing, because I notice when I do my cooking segments, I do not say what are the measurements, because I literally do not be measuring. There's certain things I've gotten used to cooking. I do not measure anymore. So, um, I am like I have to be mindful then if I do include like the recipe. World's strictest parent. What? I never heard of that before. Yeah, like at first I will look up a recipe. I'll go by the recipe, but then after that, I'm like, okay, I know this. I don't need this anymore. So I'll do it on my own. Like, when I did and from what someone said in the comments, they said I still didn't cook it correctly. But the French onion soup, um, I had to look at more than one recipe for that because each recipe was saying something different. So, um, I am So like that's something I would like, that I can go back and add the recipe because I got it from somewhere, or I can add the link or links to the recipes I read off of. But most of the time, it's like, I know this. I know it because it's in my heart right now. So I'm just gonna continue to keep cooking it the way I want to. But yeah, more cooking video. I thought about that. I thought about actually taking the segments and well, but that's behind a paywall. I don't want to do that. I was gonna say I was gonna put them in like my membership thing, but I don't know. That's why sometimes I'm like, but you know, the funny thing about the cooking segments is usually when I'm doing it, I think it's because most people are watching it for the show that I'm covering, so they don't want to actually see the segment. But every time I've done a cooking segment, people do skip over it. So really, like, I still do them because I'm like, it's a hidden gem for those who do want to stick around and actually see what I did. Because I don't think someone told me that when other people cover shows, they don't really do stuff like that. But yeah. Oh, you know, yeah, because I understand that. Because when I was in college, there were certain things that, well, I had a little induction stove, and that would help me to like cook things. We did have a well, I depending on where you lived at on campus, you would have a little kitchenette, but it didn't include a stove. One of the buildings I lived in did have a full, yeah, I guess a full kitchen because I had a dishwasher, the sink, of course, refrigerator, and it had a stove. So like I would cook in times like that, but and then other times when you're being one of the other buildings, you had to go to the community centers to cook something. Um, but yeah, you could. There are certain things like as a college student you can cook. But yeah. Oh, yeah, I understand that. I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to, cause my advice is because like I am still new. Like I know, like, cause I really started creating videos. When did I? I think I first uploaded something around in 2022. Um, and I kind of stopped because I was dealing with school and things like that. And then, you know, I'd come back and make videos, and I tried out different ideas. And it wasn't until, I really did the catfish videos that it started getting, I started getting more exposure for things. Trying to get into, oh, wait, did it just go off? Oh, I'm sorry. It looked like I'm looking at the stream and it looked like it just went off. That's why I was like, what just happened? But but the thing is though, when I first started making content, I just kind of made what I wanted to make. And it's funny because I have a minor in marketing. I don't do a lick of marketing most of the time. I really don't. Like, I barely even say that I have an Instagram in my videos. One, I'm not on Instagram like that. Like, I feel like I don't live a life that's interesting enough to be watching what I do all the time or to be posting what I do all the time. But um it's funny because I've already said several YouTubers' names, like big YouTubers' names, but one of the people who actually pushed me, well, yeah, in a way, pushed me to actually just go and create is because I remember one time in one of Jarvis Johnson's videos, he said, if you want to create, just do it. Because a lot of things will stop you from doing it. But I feel like if you really want to create something, just do it and see what the reception will be. But when you start getting reception and when you start, and also another thing, you can kind of grab what you should do or what you would like to do, not should, what you would like to do in your videos from other content creators in which you're interested in creating. But be careful because you still have to put your personality in there because you don't want to feel like you're copying off of somebody else. Um, Someone said I was. I'm gonna be honest. I don't talk about it like that. Someone said I was copying off somebody else, and I was just like, no, I was not. That's just how I act. Even y'all speaking to me right now, it's like that's just how I act. But really inject your personality into what you make. If you have a sense of humor with things, like y'all see, I put the little memes and I put the videos in my videos. Um, I I do that because that's something that I like. That's something that I enjoyed seeing when I watch other content creators. So I wanted to put that in my videos. And I think the most important thing is just being authentic to what you're doing. So, you know, so I feel like that's just really, um, yeah, there are a lot of people in this world, but people were saying I was being similar to someone else. I didn't really enjoy that. That's as far as I'm going to say. Because the other creator they were, um, saying I was similar to. I was like, I see where y'all getting that from, but that's not why I'm doing my content. That's not why I'm acting the way I act. This is how I am. So it kind of bothered me, but I was just like, okay, it's okay. But I think, but the person they were, and I said it earlier in the show, like the person they were, saying I'm similar to, I'm like, yeah, they're great. I see why y'all would say that, but I'm doing my own thing. Now she's shaking the table. I actually did join, and that's something else you can do too. You can join the small YouTuber Reddit community because that's something I would look at. Sometimes sometimes people there because they are new, they're kind of like asking questions that have already been answered, but you can grasp uh some good information and advice from people there. I know I forgot what day they do it, but there are days when everybody puts um the name of the channel, they link it, and they go to each other's channels and they get feedback. So yeah, there are a lot of communities on Reddit that you can find, but this is because, and you know what, and it's really helpful because when you think you're the only one going through something, like you can look and be like, oh, I'm not, and you can find some advice there that kind of brings you some ease. There have been many times where I've found information. I'm like, okay, that brings me some ease because now I know like the other people went through this, and I can I can grab the information from them, get a sense of what they were going through, and it helps me a little bit. Yeah. Um. I mean, to be honest, compare. I don't think there's too much harm in comparing. It's just when someone say you're stealing or you're biting off someone else's. I don't want to say stealing. When you're biting off someone else's um style, is kind of like I don't think you should do that. But yeah, I don't think you should say that. But it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, the funny thing, one of the funny things though, because this isn't my first time like I've kind of gotten well known on the internet. Because I used to have an Instagram account where I had thousands of followers because I was posting memes, and someone literally was stealing the memes. Like they were stealing how I would like post my memes and stuff. And I was like, first of all, these aren't even mine, so it's kind of like I can't really say stealing, but I know it's mine because of how I used to like. It's so basic. I used to just put the meme or the video on top of a background because I had a certain way that I wanted my layout to look. So when someone else would take it, I'm like, I know that you got that from my account, but yeah, that too. Um, I'm sorry. I just kind of lost my train of thought. Uh, Yes. I remember speaking to my cousin, and he asked me, he was like, "Do you think because you learned some um, filmmaking skills, does it help you?" And I was like, "Yes, it does." Like, that was immediate, like, yes. I was like, "Yes, it does." Like, so when people know what they're doing too, um, look at the information from those people because it will help you to become a better creator. So I'm always big on information, looking out information, seeking out information. So yeah, excuse me. I always advocate. Y'all know. I always. Oh my god, excuse me if y'all heard that. But I'm like, I always advocate for that in my videos anyway. It's like, please look up information. We're in an age where people don't want to look up things. They rather take the AI overview than actually doing research. So please look up things. Please educate yourself. Become an informed person. Become a knowledgeable person. Yeah, that is very true, Juno. And because if no one knows basic like cinematography skills, um, that's the same thing with me. Like, I still need more equipment to really get to where I want to be, but but sometimes it's not even about the equipment. It's just, do you know what you're doing with the equipment, and can you make it interesting with that? Because I use my phone for recording my videos. Thankfully, I have a phone that has a nice camera and has a nice quality. So even with that, I'm like, it might not be a camera that I'm holding, um, or like that, but yeah, I am having those skills really helps. I'm sorry if I just heard a loud laugh, by the way. Yeah, all those things. That's why, see, and that's why, like, do you know what you're saying is very true. So please do seek out those things because sometimes, like, you don't even, if you don't know, just start researching. Like, seriously, if you don't know, start researching. If you know someone who does know some skills, ask them for some advice. Because when I was in school, there was a cinematography. I had an editing class. I even had a script writing class. It kind of helps to keep things interesting because I learned in script writing class you do have to leave out some of the stuff that is kind of boring. So that did help in a way. In creative writing class, that helped in a way to know what to actually put in my script for me to try to make my video like, interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I've been using my phone. I bought it. Well, yeah, I bought a camera. It's an old camera. Um, I guess I could show y'all. I'm just knocking my microphone. But yeah, I bought a Nikon D 3200. If I'm remembering correctly, this came out in 2013. I'm a fact check myself again, just because I want to make sure I get the release date correct. Ooh, okay, no, 2012 actually, 2012. So yeah, I got it off of eBay, but I was just like, I wanted a camera. I still have to learn how to like, even though I have experience with a camera. I never used a Nikon before. I've always used Canon when I was in school. But yeah, I'm like, I definitely do have to retrain myself. Um one of the things I struggled with in school was uh like, what is it? Like the f-stops and things like that, cuz there's a science behind how to actually like evenly how to correctly expose a photo. Um, so I have to relearn how to correctly expose things. So when I take photos or do a video, I'll be able to do it. Only reason I'm not using my Nikon right now is because I don't have a dummy. I don't have. They call it a dummy battery, but I don't have where I can plug it in and just record on for record on for as long as I want to. So I'm still going to use my phone up until I can get a dummy battery, or up until I get another camera, because I would like a camera that actually flips around so I can see myself while I'm recording. But that's just something that have to happen down the road. But yeah. Yeah. Canon had my college in a chokehold too. I bet they still do. Um, I think all that we used was Canon. I know we used to use the Rode mics, and we'd use, I'm forgetting the name of the other one, but yeah. But the Rode mics is something that we used to use a lot, and the Canon. I think it was Canon Mark II. Don't take my word for it. I know it was something along those lines, but yeah. Yeah. I think what we no, it was the Canon and Black Magic cameras. That's what we had at my school. I don't know if they. I've haven't been there in a year, so I don't know if they've changed or anything. But yeah, that is what we used to use, is the Canon and the Black Magic cameras, because the Black Magic cameras could do 4K. Um, I kind of want to say 6K, but I don't think they did 6K. But I know they could do 4K. But it's so funny because like people would use the Black Magic cameras, and then our professor was like, "We don't need you to turn in something that's 4K. Like just do 1080, please." But I know also they will say, "Don't shoot in RAW if you don't know how to convert it properly." So I just know like this stuff I had to keep in mind to not do. Really, was I like a camera operator? I would be the well, I'm forgetting, director of photography. I'd be the director of photography for most of the stuff, the things I did, or I would just help with the lighting, or did I'm forgetting the name that we use. I would just help like I mean all of us help put things up to get ready for a shot. But yeah. But I think it's the thing of like, um, if you know how to convert it, if you know how to use images in RAW, then yeah, do that. But yeah, most of the time for my film class, like, don't shoot in RAW, please. Mm. Yeah, sometimes the real sale prices are crazy. I said someone said birthday. I don't know if I said happy birthday already, but happy birthday, or happy belated, or happy upcoming, happy early. Assistant directing. Mm. I don't think I've ever did that though. I just kind of let the director do what they want to do. Well, yeah, I put in input, but at the end of the day, it's the corrector. Oh my god, y'all. Yeah, I might have to end this soon. At the end of the day, it is director's call on what they want to do. So yeah, exactly. It's about that time. And you know what's so funny? I'm not immediately gonna go to sleep because I'm feeling a little bit hungry, so I know I'm gonna eat something. Um, Something that's not heavy, but yeah, it's funny because like I'm not going to sleep soon after this. So it's funny that I'm even doing this, but I know when I start messing up my words, I start messing up my speech. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to actually like go sit down somewhere. But yeah, I do look sleepy. Than me having to push up my glasses. I only. It doesn't feel so. I can see what y'all are saying without squinting too much. That sounds good. I would go get some. I think it's raining, so I wouldn't go get some fresh air right now. I mean, I could go on a balcony, but I don't know. Mm, I don't know. I guess I will start wrapping up just a little bit. Yeah, because now I am getting hungry, and I don't want y'all to hear my stomach start to growl. But next, I don't. This stream was pretty good though. I feel like we had a lot of fun. We talked about a lot of things. I wasn't expecting to have nearly a 3 hour stream tonight, but maybe I'll do it earlier next time. I don't know. I just know that at night is when I usually have like quiet. Maybe I'll do it earlier in the night. And plus, I was like cooking and then had to eat dinner, so that's why I didn't start earlier. But I think next time maybe I'll do Reddit stories. Maybe I'll do some of the "Am I overreacting?" or we can look at the "What could go wrong?" Reddit. Um, because I know I can share my screen tonight. I just want to kind of just see how it would go with just talking. But next time I'll probably share my screen and we can yeah, have some fun with that. Oh my god, not just so you get sleepy in real time. Sometimes this is how I am when I'm actually recording my videos. I get sleepy. Um, it's so hard when I have to record and I know I'm sleepy. But yeah, next time probably share my screen. I like I said, I'm still new to all of this, so I have to figure that out. But yeah, I think we'll have some fun with the Reddit stories. See what people are getting into. But yeah, anything else y'all would like to say before we part ways for the night, or afternoon, or that wouldn't be afternoon in the U.S. though. But wherever y'all are in the world, is anything else y'all would like to say? Um, I thought about that before. Um, like a theme song. I just know the one that I use in my outro is just one that I really like, and I know I've been using that one for a long time. But I just it feels weird to add something else. If I add something else, it means I'm about to turn into a new direction. But yeah, that's something that I have kind of thought about, but it's not something that I have done yet. But it would be nice to have like a um it'd be nice to have a theme, like a theme. I kind of have a theme already, like to kind of be like a TV, because you know like how I have it come through with the static and then it says quick chat with Jay, like something like that. Um, I don't know. I kind of want to go harder with that theme, but I'll be quiet on that until I actually have more things to share about it. But yeah, yes, I am getting tired. I am. Mm, I don't. I don't know about the AI tracks, but there'll be some stuff I can look at. I don't know about that. We'll see. I don't know. That's another thing is unless I can create something on my own, um, I can create my own music, then sure. But even with copyrighted stuff, like I don't want to use someone else's songs and then I get in trouble for it, or I don't actually have full permission to. Um, and yeah, the royalty free stuff is like what I do. But yeah. Not saying I'm shooting down your idea. It's just I don't think I'm gonna use AI tracks though. I don't. Hold on. Last thing, and then I think I'll go. Cause y'all know in my going around the Secret Service video, I talked about how I did use AI once because my class wasn't. It was called the business of AI or something like AI in business or something like that. And I had to use AI in that class, but that was before I really knew about certain things. I feel so many people. I love actually. This is a part of YouTube that I love. people educate me on stuff because when they told me about what AI does to the environment, and I kind of already knew, but when they told me certain things, I was like, oh, then I'm glad I definitely stopped using AI because I said I wasn't an AI hater, and now I'm like, I feel like I'm becoming a full time hater of AI, to be honest. So, um, that one was just talking about how people can use AI within business to help them. Um, I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't really enjoy it, and then two, I recognized that I don't actually need the class, and I was in my last semester. Wait, second to last or last semester? Um, Actually, that was my last semester. I only added it just because I was like, I want to see what is all the fuss about AI, and then I kind of saw what was the fuss, and I was like, never mind. I don't care. That's not for me. I don't want it. Y'all can keep it. Um, so, and honestly, I didn't even need that. I thought I needed two classes just so that financial aid would give me enough money to go to school, to support me through school. After they gave me the money and I realized I was okay, I was like, I'm gonna drop this class because I don't need it. And I'm not actually paying attention to it. I wasn't doing any of the assignments. I wasn't really doing any of the assignments. Not to say I was lazy. It's just it's one of the classes I didn't have to go to. It was an online class, so that's another thing. I was just like, yeah, this isn't online, so I'm not gonna pay attention to do this. Um, yeah. So I dropped that, and I just had my one class. I had that one class, and I was working for one class, and then I just had to go to work. That's all I did. I had a lot of free time during that time, but yeah. Uh, but like I said, I'm not shooting down your idea, James. It's just I will look for something, or if anybody knows somebody, then yeah. Actually, I do know someone who makes music, and I actually have a family member who makes music, but it's someone I'm a mutual with on Twitter, and he makes some music that I enjoy. So maybe I could reach out to him. I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, exactly. I could commission some things. Because if I were to reach out to him, I would tell him I'll pay him for it. I got to make sure I have the money. But yeah. Okay. Oh gosh, I had a lot of fun, yo. I really did. Yeah, Fiverr too. Fiverr. Yeah, but I've had a lot of fun. Y'all see me getting tired and messing up my words, so I think I am going to try to go to bed. I don't know if I will, but hopefully we can have another live soon. I'm gonna be working on videos, of course, so I don't know. That does take up some time, but yeah, I have another one soon. Um, who knows? Maybe I'll get better at this with time. But good night, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have a good day or a night, wherever you are. But yeah, bye, y'all.